Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dara and today I bring you the scents of anime characters. So I do a lot of like anime, mostly figure unboxing content on my channel, but today I wanted to switch it up but still maintain some relevancy to my other content. Not recently, but like maybe a year or so ago, discovered a perfume house called Aishify. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. I actually don't even remember how I came across this brand. I feel like it was like an Instagram or YouTube video, but there are multiple houses like this. I know Otaku Sense is like a really popular brand, but Aishify just, I don't even know why they appealed to me. They just did. And they were having like a Black Friday sale and I was like, oh, these look really cute and all the scents sound really nice the way they're described on the website. So I picked up a handful and then I think I waited until the next sale and bought even more. So I'm only 2 orders deep, but I have 30 fragrances. I'm not going to go through all of them because that would just be too much, and I really want to describe these scents to you, and I feel like if I sniff too many at once it's all just gonna kind of blend together, which can happen. But I really like the scents that I have from this house. Not all of them are like 100% my speed, but some of them are so beautiful and well blended and just like really nice things. Like they're just nice fragrances. And like the house is really affordable to begin with. But I also got all of them on sale, which is like a bonus. And I also really like itty bitty scents. So I think these are like 5 ml bottles. Which is honestly my preferred size. I like when they're small like this because then you can try out a bunch without like really breaking the bank. I do it for almost all of the perfumes that I have, unless they don't come in a size like this. But for the most part, I don't dive into full bottles. I like to get itty bitty ones, try them out every, like, you know, if I have 30 of these, I'm not going to wear the same one every day, but I will pick up one and wear it for like a week and then be like, you know what, this one is a standout amongst the crowd. You get it? Okay. So I have 5 to talk about today. These are just, to be honest, all of these have like a bit of a color, so there's no real rhyme or reason why I picked these ones. I just put them in color order in my like bathroom cabinet. So these are like a lot of the pink ones, like the dark pink ones, and then there's like an orange one, but they all smell incredible. They're really pretty. So let's just get into it. Let's start with this one. This is Divergent Fist, which is the Itadori scent. So Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen. Sorry, I'm gonna put these, I had to put those down, otherwise I was just gonna keep rattling them. But these come in these like cute little bottles. Like I said, this is like the 5 ml. I think they do have samples, which are like the 2 ml, like classic perfume sample. And then they have bigger sizes. To be honest, I don't know any of the bigger sizes because I like itty bitty bottles like this. They do all come with like a little sticker tag, which is not my favorite. I wish it came in a more like, but I guess, you know what? I am being kind of nitpicky because a lot of perfumes don't even have the scents written on them. So it's not that big of a deal, but I am going to pull up the website to make it easier. Divergent Fist is described as having top notes of passion fruit, mangoes, citrus, with undercurrents of peony blossoms and chocolate. This is a very like citrus forward fragrance, which I do like. I will say, this is the one that like immediately does remind me of something, which is maybe not everybody's like ideal fragrance for like to wear. It's very clean, but I will say because it's so citrusy and like clean and almost like a little sterile smelling, it does remind me of Fabuloso. That's also just a thing that a lot of citrus scents will do. Unless they smell really like photorealistic, it does smell a touch like cleaner. That being said, I still do really like it. You can smell like a little touch of floral. I'm so sorry. I do feel like this entire video is gonna be like me like huffing this, but it does smell really good, and it does smell really clean. So if you do like something that's a little fruity but mostly clean, this is really nice. To be honest, if I take like an everything shower and I'm getting ready to lay down in my clean sheets, this is one that I would consider putting on. And I will say, if you're not doing this, it is nice to put on a little perfume to go to bed. Like lavender is obviously really nice, like a soft vanilla or clean scents, like, because I take night showers, and I think everybody should, because getting into your bed nasty from the day is like, no, cut it out. But I do think this is really nice. It's really clean, and it's not too cloying. Like, it's not so strong that you're gonna get like a headache from it, because I do feel like the scent of cleaner constantly bombarding you would be a bit much, but I don't think this is like too much. The next one I have is called Zabimaru. In quotes it says Renji, so it's Renji's fragrance. If you're familiar with Bleach, I love me some Renji. I think Renji is cute as a button. He's also hot as hell, and here's the thing, I'm gonna get a little controversial, and you tell me how you feel about this. I don't think Ichigo should have ended up with Orihime. I think he should have ended up with Rukia. And I know that leaves Renji high and dry, but like at the same time, there's other bitches in, you know, the Soul Society. I just feel like Orihime and Ichigo, it doesn't, like, I understand she had a crush on him, she has strong feelings. I don't care. Two ginger people shouldn't end up together. I don't agree. Orihime is like a very nice girl, but Rukia and Ichigo had together, I could go on and on, to be honest. But anyway, this is Renji's scent, which is described as Zabimaru. A fresh, warm blend of chestnut, juniper, pear, and a touch of vanilla. Now, I actually wore this one like a week ago. It's really nice. It is really nice. I do say this leans more unisex, maybe ever so slightly masculine. It's like, it says it has juniper and like vanilla, but I think those don't really come through as much. I think you get a lot of like the chestnut, which is very like woody and kind of musky and masculine. It's very earthy. I think it's earthy, it's woody, and I do feel like if you didn't know that there was like vanilla in here, you wouldn't really smell it that much. Like, because I know there's vanilla, I kind of like search for it, but it honestly, this smells like walking through, like, I think a forest after the rain. Like, it doesn't have like necessarily like a rainy or like petrichor sort of like note to it. It just smells like all of those like earthy components that are kind of amplified after they get wet. It is very earthy. It just smells good. It smells really fresh, I will say, but not in the same way that Divergent Fist smelled fresh, because that one's like kind of like a touch sterile, like I said, like very cleanser heavy. This smells fresh in like a green woody sort of way, which is also really nice. And I do think women could wear this no problem. I wear it. This again is kind of one that I reach for after like a nice scrub down and shower and I want to smell fresh, but this is much more like nature forward, which is really nice. Okay, now we're getting into a like pivoting on the other side. This is super girly, super sweet, but really nice. This is Sakura Mochi, which is the Mitsuri from Demon Slayer scent. This one is one that I like vividly remember being on the website and like looking at the description of it, and I was like, that sounds like it might smell good. And then I almost took it out of my cart and I was like, no, like reading it again, I was like, that sounds like it's gonna be really good. And this was one of my favorites. Like, this came in the first order that I placed and it was like an instant favorite. It smells so good. I was so happy I didn't take it out of my cart. So this one is described as a fun blend of blackcurrant, pomegranate, cinnamon, starfruit, and roses for a soft but lasting sweetness. It is so nice. Now, to be honest, I don't really know what starfruit smells like. Like, I've had starfruit a couple times in my life, but I don't remember what it smells like. But this is so nice. It smells really juicy and fruity, but it has that like little bit of spice and warmth from the cinnamon. Oh my God, it's so good. This is definitely like top. Oh, there are a lot of really good ones from this house. I would say this is top 10 easily. Maybe top 5. It is so good. If you like something that's really sweet, but not in like a candy or like gourmand, like I guess like cakey, bakery, cookies, vanilla sort of way, but you like a sweet that's more like fruity, juicy, that's definitely what this is. This is so nice. It smells really sweet, really girly, but not in like an overpowering way. I will say, like, I agree. It is like a softer kind of like, I don't know. It almost smells like a little fluffy, if that makes sense. Like if you whipped up a bunch of like fruit, I guess it, you know what it smells like? It smells like fruit salad that's like topped with whipped cream. Yeah, because it's not like overly fruity, but it's still pretty fruity. Like, it's good. It's so good. This is one of my favorites. It's so nice. I like that mix of like pomegranate, and this does have rose in it. And rose is a note that I've quickly come to learn that I do not like, but you honestly can't smell the rose in this. I feel like a lot of rose perfumes smell, my apologies to the elderly community, but it smells like old lady. Like, I don't like rose. It's usually way too heavy, and it like immediately gives me a headache, but you can't really smell the rose in this. If anything, I feel like the rose is like so far in the back, it just kind of like grounds the scent and makes it from feeling like overly sweet and cloying. But this is so good. So good. It's not my favorite, but it's up there. It's really up there. It's hard to choose because there are, again, like I said, there's a lot of really good fragrances from this house, but this is, I would say, I think it's top 5. I think it's top 5. Okay. Next, we have a Naruto fragrance. This is the Sakura fragrance called Shanaru. Anyway, it is described as a powerful feminine mix of strawberries, raspberries, cherries, cedarwood, and vetiver. Now, I wish this smelled as good as it sounds. It's good, don't get me wrong. It's a very nice fragrance, but compared to a lot of their other ones, I don't like it quite as much. Like compared to Sakura Mochi, like not even close. I just wish all of those fruit notes were like heavier. I feel like the vetiver really takes over. And it's good, like it still has like a sweetness, but I feel like it's not balanced in the way I wish it was. Like I wish it was more fruity. The cedarwood and the vetiver like took a back seat, but I feel like it's swapped. So it honestly, it says it's like a powerful feminine mix, which I do get. Like it's not overtly masculine, but it's not overly like girly or sweet either. It's nice. It's nice. I just wish there were more, like the cherry and strawberry and raspberry that's described in there. I wish there was more of that, because like a nice berry with like a low-key blend of like more earthy, you know, notes I think would be really nice. But this is, it's not as sweet as I wish it was. And maybe that's a me problem, okay? You might like this, but it's not that I don't like it. I just, it's forgettable to me, to be honest. This, however, this is not forgettable. This is easily one of the best scents. It's definitely top 5 for me. This is easily top 5, and I don't even think it's 5, to be honest. And it's funny because of who this is based off. I would not have thought it would smell this good. This is a Death Note fragrance and it's light, so it's just called Light. And let me get the notes for you. It's described as a light-hearted blend of green grape, amberwood, and a touch of roasted apple. This is such a high quality scent to me. I feel like if you put this in a nicer bottle, I'd be like, oh, that's probably an expensive scent. I just think it's so well blended. Like, it just, honestly, it's a bit of a story. Like, the first time I wore this, I was like, oh. And then like 10 minutes later, I was like, oh. And then like 30 minutes after that, I was like, oh. And there's only 3 notes in this, but it is so good. This is one I go back to a lot. Walk with me, if you will. It starts out really, really heavy with that green grape, but I don't think it smells like a regular green grape. I think it smells like, I don't know if people caramelize green grapes, but that's kind of what it smells like. It smells like maybe if you took like a green grape and like rolled it in sugar. Like, people do that, right? They like roll fruit in sugar and stuff like that. Not like tanghulu, but like granules of white sugar. You just like roll it in there. Really, really sweet green grapes. And then like as it wears, I will say it kind of bums me out because like when you actually put it on, like when I'm sniffing it here, it's just green grape. When you actually put it on, that green grape only stays around for like 10 to 20 minutes, which bums me out a little bit because it's so nice. But it does kind of like evolve. Then it gets less bright. Like, this is a little like sugary, sweet, syrupy, sticky green grape, but it has that like sharpness that like fruit scents give. But as it wears, it gets a little more like toned down, more warm and spice, which I think is like the cedarwood. Is it cedarwood? I don't think it's cedarwood. Hold on. Amberwood. That's what it is. It does get like really warm and cozy and yummy, but it's like, it's more sugary, less fruity at that point. And then if you leave it on for even longer, it does get that like really like, I don't know, it doesn't get fruity again necessarily, but I do feel like that apple does really, really shine through. It's so nice. I think this is one of their best scents. Anyway, that is everything for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was interesting or informative for some of you who still like anime content, but maybe also like a little bit of beauty wellness content. I don't really talk about perfumes a lot, mostly because I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to perfumes, but my nose doesn't lie and I know that I really like these. So stick around for the next couple installments of this, and then maybe at the very end I'll do like a top 5, top 10 of my Aishify perfumes. Just in case you were super curious about this brand. I know I was when I first saw them. I was like, oh, anime inspired perfumes, sign me up. So yeah, that's everything for me. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know what you want to see from me next, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.